Hello, I'm Mr. Peterson. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm going to be your social studies teacher this semester, and I'm very excited to be back at it. This year is going to be weird, of course, but we're going to do the best we can to make everything work, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys and seeing how much you guys learn and grow throughout this time. I do want to make a note that for most of these lesson videos that you have, that I'm going to try to keep them to 10 to 15 minutes, but I really try to make 15 minutes the max that I use. But I will say that these first few lessons are going to be a little bit longer. Oh, sorry. They're going to be a little bit longer because there's a decent amount of stuff to cover, but most won't be quite this long. My guest, I guess, got here a little earlier than I was expecting. One of my ancestors used a time machine to come visit. But yeah, I guess I'll just go get him now and bring him in. Might as well do it now since he's here. So give me just like a second here to get him. Hi, hi. I don't know if Mr. Peterson told you I was coming today, but I am one of his ancestors. My name is Michael O'Shea. And in fact, I probably one of our ancestors who is from even further back than me will be visiting you later in the year. I know Mr. Peterson likes to have him come uh, travel through time, and visit during his immigration unit that he does. And that ancestor was from Ireland, which is where my family's from, and Mr. Peterson's. And his name is James Michael Aloysius Passable Inkable Go Catch Mordecai Murphy O'Shea. You got that? Yeah. You'll hear it a few more times, and you might get a prize if you can actually remember it and restate it yourself. But anyway, we're not here to talk about him. That's my grandpa. I'm actually getting a chance for the first time to travel to 2020 and visit Mr. Peterson's class to share a bit about some of my experiences. And I'm not going to take too much time, but I was alive during the Spanish flu pandemic. I was 14 years old when sort of it really first started to hit hard. And I was living in Chicago. That's where my family eventually moved when they came to America. And yeah, I mean, it was crazy. And I know you guys are dealing with a lot of craziness too with your pandemic. I guess I just thought I'd share that, you guys are pretty lucky that you have all this technology stuff that you're using. I mean, this crazy thing that I'm talking into right now is computers, laptops. These weren't around in 1914. We didn't have this. So we were left with really two options. You either go to school, everybody like normal, or you close it down, right? There's no do school from home. There's no, blended model, all that kind of stuff. And so I went to St. Mary Magdalene School, and that's a Catholic school. And we actually closed down for a while, which I'm sure will be very depressing for you guys. I joke, and I'm sure probably a lot of you that maybe that sounds like a nice thing, but I can tell you it's not a great thing to be robbed of that education. Didn't benefit us in the long run, losing that time. And then the public schools in Chicago actually stayed open, right? And they didn't necessarily have like the social distancing level that we have today. They didn't, do that quite as intensely. And I don't think they wore masks in the public schools. I wasn't there, but I don't think they did masks and stuff like that. So that certainly caused some health issue problems at that time. But I guess, I don't want to go into too much more detail because I know Mr. Peterson has a lot to cover. I thought I'd just like let you know that and kind of just let you know like you're a part of history. This is a really unique time, and it's something that you're going to tell your children about. You're going to tell your grandchildren about. You might even actually get to take a time machine maybe and travel to the future and tell other people about it, like I got the opportunity to do, if you're so lucky. But yeah, so good luck with everything this school year. Work hard, and I'm gonna go get Mr. Peterson now. I think he might be playing ping pong with his pet crocodile again, so just give me a second. All right. Well, hopefully seeing Michael there just kind of benefited you and you got something out of that. Just to me, it just seemed worthwhile to have him come and share, given that he experienced something similar, but also different to what you guys are experiencing. Okay, so today's lesson and activity is mostly around introducing ourselves. Okay, me introducing myself to you, Mr. Chavez getting a chance to introduce himself to you guys. That's the other 8th grade social studies teacher. So some of you watching this have him as a teacher, and some of you watching this have me. And then you guys, for your assignment, introducing yourselves to us, right? We want to get to know you as well. So I'm going to share screen now. Okay. This is my model assignment of what you're going to be doing. So let me go to present mode. So you need to read the assignment sheet for more specifics, but very quickly I'll say that the idea of this assignment is you're picking 3 things about yourself that you want to tell your teachers about, right? Just for us to get to know you, okay? It could be all kinds of different things you love, what your personality's like, people you care about. I mean, just the assignment sheet has more. But I wanted to model the assignment so you could see what one example looks like. Oh, and you need at least one picture for each thing you talk about. I did more, Mr. Chavez did more, and feel free to do more if you would like to as well, but just a minimum of 1, okay? And one of them, please make it something recent of you so that we know what you look like. Since we're teaching you, it's probably good to know who you are. Okay. Why isn't it letting me change slides? I guess I have to click it. Okay. So here's my first one, and I said my family, okay, is the first thing I wanted to tell you about. I've included my pictures, and then, yeah, you need to have like a short description of what it is, okay? So I put, my family is very important to me. My wife's name is Kristen, and she's a nurse. This is Kristen right here. She loves Harry Potter, The Office, and running. We've been married for 9 years. My son's name is Jackson. Here he is right here, and then here's another one of me reading with him. He's 1.5 years old, and he loves to move, explore, and roughhouse with me. And let me tell you, that kid is active. So anyway, I got a few pictures here that you can see that shows sort of the different family stuff. And then my second thing is sports. I love sports. I've played basketball, baseball, and soccer most of my life. I follow sports as well, especially the NBA, college basketball, MLB, and Premier League soccer. My favorite sport to play is basketball, and my favorite league to follow is the NBA. And I can tell you, actually, I was just watching last night. The Blazers had this really big game against the Nets because if the Blazers lost, they wouldn't have a chance to make the playoffs. If they won, they'd be in a play-in, and it was super close and then pretty tense. So if you're an NBA fan out there, hopefully you got to see that. I also like to work out, hike, and generally be active. And yes, the picture of me in the Kobe jersey is ridiculous. So I'm not really sure if I was trying to be a little goofy or if I was dead serious in that picture, but it's a little much. But that's me when I was like, I don't know, 10 maybe. So I've been really into basketball since I was young. That's a picture of me in my adult rec league, soccer league that I actually haven't done for the last couple years since my son was born, but I did for many years. And then that's me in northern Michigan, and that's a dune. So it's like a dune is like a steep sandy hill, and I was doing some dune jumping, so jumping off sort of the ledge and then running down the rest of the hill, which is fun. Lastly, I put passionate. One of my notable qualities is my passion. I care deeply about the things I do. I love teaching and am very dedicated to it. I also love writing. I've written a handful of articles on local history topics over the past few years. I'm also currently working on a book. It's a lot to juggle with teaching and parenting, but I do it because I'm passionate about it. So that's me in my old classroom when I taught high school, and that's not an actual student. That's my friend who came to a football game, and so we went up to my classroom. And then I'm not really sure why I put that in there other than that it's just kind of outrageous, and that's me at the Chicago Art Museum. And so that's it, right? That's what it can look like, 3 things, a little description, some pictures, great. Okay, I'm going to show you Mr. Chavez's as well so that those students who have him can get to know a little bit about him. So he also started with family, and he said, I come from a family of 4 siblings. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. For some time, we called ourselves the Fantastic Four. We're crazy, I know. But we've grown a lot. Now I have 2 nephews and 2 nieces. We also like to do things together. And the picture below, we went to Wisconsin Dells. So that, I imagine, is the Wisconsin Dells photo. And then that is the Fantastic Four. Then he says, healthcare. I really enjoy helping people and have worked for 2 years as a phlebotomist. As a phlebotomist, I insert a needle into someone's vein to obtain the water in their blood, which is plasma. The plasma then gets turned into medication for people who depend on it to have a healthy life. So that's pretty awesome. That's much more impressive than any skill I've got. And he has a nice little chart, I guess, here about how plasma is used in everyday medicine. And by the way, I have a copy of this that you can look at more if you want to look at it more in depth, attached to the assignment. And last of all, he said, my pets. I have 2 pets and they are amazing dogs. Layla will turn 2 in October. She's very relaxed and loving. She always tries to make you happy. Benji will turn 1 in December. He likes to explore everything. He loves to play, sleep, and eat. So we got Layla here, we got Benji over here, and we got the 2 of them hanging out together. So very, very cute. All right, I'm trying to, there we go, exit out of this because we're gonna need to move on to the next thing. So again, that assignment is due by tomorrow morning. So check out all the information on the assignment sheet for any more you need to know. Okay, I'm gonna just give a brief tutorial of Google Classroom because like everything is gonna be done through this. Obviously, you know a little bit about it if you got on here and are now watching my video, which you are. But anyway, I'll still show you that there's the stream here, which on the stream, like you can see, like oftentimes assignments come up, I believe, on the stream. Yes, they do. But really, most people go to classwork to see sort of the full list of the assignments. That's the easiest way to do it. More so the stream, I tend to use it for making announcements or to post like videos or articles that relate to stuff we've been learning. When I do that, it's not required that you read it or watch it, but for those who are interested, it's something to dig deeper in. So I already have something right here. It is an article that has more information about what it was like for kids at school during the Spanish flu. So if any of you thought it was kind of interesting what Michael was talking about, then check it out. Well, let's go to classwork. That's where, like I said, most of the things are going to be. The assignments are going to be separated by what unit they're in. And this first thing isn't even assignments. These are materials that I want you to all have access to anytime you get on Google Classroom. So I'll show you quickly that this is the syllabus. And I'm going to go over this more in detail tomorrow because it's going to be actually part of your assignment tomorrow. But I'm going to scroll through it. You'll see it tomorrow, but that's where it is. You can view it anytime here. And I've got finished early materials. And this is really mainly for kids who are coming into school some days, because this is the idea is that if you finish with your work before the end of class, check with me first, or if you're in another classroom, you can email me or just ask your teacher. But I might be able to move you forward, or there's some other things that can be done. But if you can't get a hold of one of us, this is what you should be doing. You should be doing something productive. And so something that keeps you learning about social studies. So one of these links is for geography games, which are pretty fun. There's this in the loop activity I've attached. If you are interested in current events, the news, what's happening in our world, this is something where you'll find your own article and explain why we should know about it. Or another thing you could do is I will always have a YouTube playlist linked that has videos from that relate to the unit we're studying. Okay, so the first unit we're going to do is the Constitution. So this playlist has a bunch of stuff from the Constitution, mostly from Hamilton, because that covers that time period. And last of all, the virtual classroom. Looks like I forgot to actually post the link to the virtual classroom here, but I can show you it in just a sec. But this virtual classroom has like a whiteboard that has what assignments are due each day of the week. And then there's also ways to get the finished early materials. So it's just another place you can find those. In fact, even though I didn't link it there, I can get to it real quickly. So I'm going to see if I can pull that up just to show you it real quick. So this is my class website, which is different, but I also have it linked to my class website. So it's a Bitmoji classroom, which I normally don't do this sort of like techie stuff and whatever, but I decided to do it this year. So there's the list of assignments for this week. And then this map you can click on to play the geography games. This bookshelf will take you to the in the loop activity. And if you click on the laptop, it'll take you to the YouTube playlist. Okay, let's go back. All right, just a couple more things here. So the assignment itself, go to view assignment. I don't have the video. Well, at the time that I'm recording this, I don't have the video posted yet. And actually, this isn't how it's going to look for you guys anyway, because it's the teacher view. This looks a little closer to what you'll be doing. But actually, I don't know if I want to try. Yeah, sorry. I was going to show you how to. It's not going to work from my view. But if you are on the assignment, there is a sidebar that'll say private comments. And that's a good place if you want to ask questions or get help or whatever. You can shoot a private comment to me on the assignment. You could also just email me. That's also fine. Okay. But you can see here the assignment sheet, the PowerPoint model. And then what you would have to do is you'd have to actually click create and create a Google presentation, Google Slides, and do yours, and then click turn in at the end. Okay. Most of the assignments you'll do, I actually will have like a worksheet or something already made for you, a copy of it on there, and then you just actually click on that, and then you type everything in straight to the document and submit it. But this one, you're going to actually have to create and create your own Google slide. That's confusing, like I said, just message me. All right, anything else there? I think that's actually all the things I wanted to show. So again, your one assignment for today is to do your 3 things presentation and to submit it. There's going to be a new assignment tomorrow, so just be ready to get on and keep on rolling, right? School every day. And I guess office hours, I should say. Every weekday, I will be on Zoom from 2 to 3 p.m. If you want to ask questions or get help and be able to like discuss it live with me, you can do that. And I will post that link actually pretty soon here. Well, for you guys, it's already posted. You're actually in the future watching me, but it will be posted on the stream, and it will also be always in that syllabus where you can find the link in there too. Okay, you can always set up an individual appointment to Zoom with me if you want some one-on-one help. All right, that's all I have. I'm gonna stop the share here, and yeah. Looking forward to it, guys, and I hope to hear from you soon. All right, see ya.